Hi everyone, Yvan Desjardins with Remax. I just want to give you a quick update again on the market as things are moving so rapidly right now. I think I only give an update usually once a month, but this one here I think it's of quite of importance to give you. There's a chart that someone posted on a financial, not a mortgage broker, I should say, and here are the price increase for all of the cities in around here. And I'll attach this chart with the video so you can easily download it. But we think here in Halton Hills that the prices of the home have gone through the roof. Well, you know, like places like Newmarket, 52% year over year, Uxbridge 46%, Burlington 29%. And on this chart here, it shows that Halton Hills basically was the lowest at 8%. But I didn't quite believe that, so I went back on online and find out those numbers. And my calculation for a detached home year over year, it was 10.5% for the same calculation that they're doing here. But still, it looks like Halton Hills is the least increased in the whole of the GTA. Like I said, these prices are going through the roof. Toronto now averages $1.3 million for a detached home. Unbelievable. Just absolutely unbelievable. And one thing that I've been sort of warning and saying to people that, like, if you're thinking about selling, it's a great time to downsize. If you're thinking to do a side move, it makes no real difference because you're going to sell for one price and you're going to buy for almost the same money. So that doesn't apply too much to you. But it's the first-time home buyers that makes it very, very difficult, because right now you hardly get anything under $500,000 in Georgetown. Acton maybe, but not in Georgetown. But one thing, another chart here that I've got here, it's the percentage of income. I see here in the 80s where when the interest rate went up and up and up, it chewed up all of your income to pay for your mortgage. And that's why we experienced a real downturn in the 90s. Well, now, as you can see, we're creeping up there. Even though the interest rate is very low, what's happening is if the interest rate creeps up a little bit, or if the price keeps on going, it's going to make it non-affordable for people to buy a house, and we might revert the other way. Or a lot of people are saying, no, we're just going to, stay stable and nothing's going to happen. But usually when things rises too rapidly, there's a correction. And one thing that you should note, today, as I'm doing this video, it's March 15th, and the Federal Reserve in the States, they have risen the interest rates by a quarter point. It's not us, but usually in the banking system, it filters down. And they're saying in June, they're going to raise it again. So if they do raise the interest rates again, what does that mean to you? Well, it means that there might be a little less buyers, and less buyers mean less frenzy and the prices going up and up and up and up like it is right now. And another chart here that I'll include with my attachments here is that the CMHC fees as of March 17th, in 2 days from now, will go up drastically. When I mean drastically, that means for people putting less than the 20% down, usually there's a CMHC fee because you have to insure that mortgage. It's a higher risk mortgage. Now the fees are jumping, let's say for a 95%, somebody that puts 5% down, the fees were 3.6. It's jumping to 5.65. Imagine you're buying a house for 95% mortgage, but you have to, and you put 5% down, and then you have to pay another 5% on top of the mortgage. So basically, you're mortgaging 100% of the home. So that's going to make it very difficult. The people that are self-employed, it's even worse. I mean, it all depends on your credit worthy, I guess. For someone putting, let's say, 10% down on a purchase for a self-employed person, it could be up to 9.05 CMHC fee. It's going to take some buyers out of the market. Some buyers comes out from the bottom. It translates in less and less sales at the top. So anyone that is considering to sell, to make a move, I'd seriously look at all the numbers and everything that's on the table right now. If you're going to be in your home for the next 5 to 10 years, no problem. I mean, even if there's a little bit of a correction, it's going to bound to to come back up. However, if you want to maximize the amount of dollars that you're going to get out of the sale of your home, I would consider timing. It's better to be, I always say, it's better to be a few months early than being an hour late. Because I've just showed you the chart. In 1989, the market corrected. And I hear it over and over and over again. People, it's different this time. It's not going to happen. I don't know. History may not repeat itself, but it certainly rhymes. When thing goes out too much on one side, usually there's a readjustment. I've got articles after articles that this is now mainstream. They're saying Canada is flagged for a recession by BIS. Not BS, BIS. And the chart is up here, and it's way up here in bubble territory. And the fundamentals are there. The numbers are there. The charts are showing. If the incomes would have come up in the last, let's say, 3, 4, 5 years, and we would see a steady increase, it would be, let's say, maybe more acceptable. But the fact is that the incomes are pretty stable, but yet the house prices goes up by 20% a year. I mean, it's a recipe for being unsustainable. So anyway, if you have any question whatsoever, please feel free to reply to the email, reply to this video, give me a call. Every single situation is always different. So I always say to people, you can't look at the market and you can't look at prices and say, this is it for me. Again, if you're going to stay in your house for the next 5 to 10 years, it makes no difference. But if you're considering to sell fairly soon, timing is important. Timing is of great importance. Anyway, I'll leave you with this, and I hope to talk to you soon. Have a great day.